Good morning. Today you find me about half an hour south of Dublin in the beautiful Republic of Ireland, about to take on a long marathon. While I walk down to the start at the seafront, let me tell you all about it. It is Saturday the 27th of September 2025 and I'm running Ecotrail Wicklow. It's organised by Ecotrail. It's 28.7 miles, that's 47 kilometres and almost 6,000 feet, around 1,800 metres of ascent. It's going to really be quite a challenge. Temperature is forecast to be about sort of 15-16 degrees, that's around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to be drizzle. 50 countries represented here, 1,600 runners in total over all the distances. The course lends itself, there's one central checkpoint at 9 miles. Let me show you what the course looks like. So the course is effectively a bunch of sausages, and the checkpoint is there at 9.2 miles. So the course breaks itself down for me into 3 9-mile chunks, and we kick off in 20 minutes. For those of you who are interested, I'm actually wearing a new pair of shorts. I'm wearing a new pair of shorts from Stephen Scullion, if you know him. Northern Irish marathon runner, 2:09 marathon runner, and wannabe Olympian, extraordinary fellow. Follow him on YouTube if you don't already. And he's produced a range of shorts that can also take all your gels. So that's what I've got here, and I've stuffed them with gels this time.
This is your time, this is your race. Look after each other, leave no trace.
So the first 6 miles, that's 10k, is up to the top of Bray Hill, along the coast for a bit, and then we go down to a road crossing at 3 miles, and then we go up and around a little Sugarloaf, which is one of the first mountains, down to the second road crossing, and that is 6 miles. And like I said, the first checkpoint is at 9 and I've got 3 hours to get there, which should be fine. So I'm walking because there's still 45k to go up to the top. Well done you.
Well done. Enjoy.
I am, thank you.
Perfect conditions.
Beautiful. So that's the cross at the top of Bray Head, built in about 1950, and every year on Good Friday locals do a procession up to the top of it, which is nice. So what's the plan? Well, if I look at the elevation in the distance, I think this is on a par with the Leaden Boot Challenge, which I did in 8 hours, and that was walking the ups and running the flats and the downs. And so 8 hours is where I want to get to. Cut off is at 9. If I can get close to 7, that'd be brilliant. Done Beachy Head in 6.5, but this is harder terrain than that. The important thing is not to set myself too big a challenge. The plan is to walk the ups, jog the flats where I can, treating them like an easy run, and run the downs where I can. Little bit of downhill. That's Little Sugarloaf that we're going round in a minute. Or we're going round next. That's 3 miles done. First road crossing. I've had my first gel. I'm going with gels on this one with a few. I've got Snickers double decker Twix to keep me going with mood food later on. But I've got loads of gels in my Stephen Scullion trousers. We've got a little sheltered section coming now across a piece of parkland and then down Lime Tree Avenue towards Kilruddery House. The Earl and Countess of Meath's family have been at Kilruddery House for, gosh, since the 1600s I think I read. It's biodiverse, integrated working farm. That's quite a wall, isn't it? Quite a statement by the Lord of the Manor at some point. We're just heading through Kilruddery Deer Park now. And then we've got to climb up and we'll go around Little Sugarloaf before heading down to the next road crossing, and that'll be 6 miles. So this is a private bit of land through the deer park of Kilruddery Estate, and we're just heading up and round Little Sugarloaf. Now we're going to head up and round Great Sugarloaf later. Some of you might not know what a sugarloaf is. Sugarloaf was how sugar used to be provided back in the old days, Victorians, and before we had granulated sugar and sugar lumps, things like that. And they would basically get the sugar and cast it into moulds that were shaped like, well, sort of like a artillery shell, if you like, but they were always known as sugar loaves. And families who could afford it would have sugar hammers and sugar tongs to chip lumps off to use as they needed. And these mountains, or these hills, had that shape, so called Sugarloaf in English. So we've just hit 5 miles, which is slightly under a fifth of the way, 20%. So, and we've got 4 times this distance to go. And we're feeling okay, usual niggles, but some of that's paranoia, marathon paranoia in your head. We'll keep going. So we are down to the bottom and then we're going up to Sugarloaf. We're going to go all the way around the edge. That's a 3 mile, 4 kilometre walk all the way around there, and that little one there is called Sugar Lump. Bless you, thank you, Marshall. Marshals are doing a fantastic job here, standing out in the rain and the wind, smiling. Sadly, if I remember, we have to come back up this after 21 miles. Keep something in your legs. So this place we're coming down to, I'll show you how it's spelled on a map. An English person might think it's called Kilmacanogue, but it's not. It's the way you put the emphasis. It's Kilmacanogue. Ooh! This climb of the run, I'll show you on a map. Classed as a category 3, category 1 being scrambling up a mountain. They're categories from the UTMB, ITRA, International Trail Running Association classifications. This particular run carries with it 2 ITRA points, 2 UTMB points as a 50k, even though it's not quite 50k. It's good enough according to them. I remember this very well from last time. It takes a long time. What are we now? We're 136 minutes. So to do 3 miles, we're not going to be more than 20 minutes. Probably take an hour. See if we get to the other side before 2:35. Remembering that the cut-off is 3 hours. I'm working on one short step at a time. Lots of little steps. and then the muscles aren't having to do so much at each go. Whereas normally I tend to take quite big strides, hoping to get it over with quickly, but I'm reliably informed uses a lot more energy. So the lead guys in the 30k just coming past us. Don't know how they do it. So that's Great Sugarloaf. We've now had 8 of the front runners from the 30k come by. I'm a bit chilly. I should probably put my rainproof on, but we're only a kilometre away from the aid station. And I think if I start faffing about now in this wind, I'll get even colder. So aid station is down the bottom of the hill, just over the way there. So I'm going to leave it to then and see how we do. Once I get back running it could be different, but I speculated on an hour. What are we now? So we're about 15 minutes. So yeah, I've done 3/4 of an hour of walking up this. So onwards and upwards. We're going to go down to the checkpoint now and then away to Powerscourt waterfall. Fair play to that guy doing it in a sling. So bananas, gels, electrolytes, water at the aid station. We'll be back here in 9 miles time, 2 hours 26. So we're on course, half an hour in the bank ahead of the cut-offs. I've had a banana, I think I'm fine for water, I've got gels. So we've got a little road section now. On we go. So 9 down, 18 to go. Where are we? Okay, so from here, the next 6-mile chunk takes us 3 miles from here, across, a little bit up, and then quite a lot of down to the Dargle River and the Powerscourt waterfall. And then we follow the Dargle River for a bit before heading on another 2 miles, 3 kilometre uphill grind. When we get to the top of that hill, that'll be about 15 miles. I haven't put waterproof on, as you will tell, because there's a chunk of running to be done. And fundamentally I'm soaked, but I'm not cold. I'm not hot, but I'm not cold. I'm not starting to chill. When I put the waterproof on, I think the amount of heat I'm generating, I'll just steam up. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather keep it almost as emergency kit if I need it.
Brilliant.
Whoa! Man, that was slippy. Thank you, Innovate Rock Lights. Feet are wet enough already, I think. So this is one of the reasons why I chose this run, because we come to the Powerscourt waterfall. We're not even halfway yet, but Powerscourt waterfall is Ireland's second tallest waterfall, 121 metres, that's nearly 400 feet, and we get to see it in all its splendour. So we're following the River Dargle at the moment, which is what comes out of the Powerscourt waterfall, and the Dargle then flows away to the east and is the river that comes out in Bray Harbour. And this for us, the next 6 mile section, first 3 miles, first 5k is a little bit of road, and then away up another 3k, couple of miles of steady uphill grind to get us to the top. And with a bit of luck we should get some lovely views over the Wicklow mountains, but I'm not holding out for that. And then the next 3 miles is downhill, taking us back to the checkpoint there at the foot of Sugarloaf, and that'll be 2/3 of the race done when we've done that. If I'm honest, that felt way steeper than Bray Head. Maybe it was just a lot more muddy and my legs are 12 miles more tired. Evil clambering over trees. Here we go, half marathon done, 3.5 hours. You guys done it before?
Last year, yeah.
And you're back for more?
Yeah, well,
are you mad?
We can't say that. We had nearly sunburn last year, had we? Yeah, yeah. I know.
So it's a shame the weather's not a bit better, because we've got some lovely views of, I think that's Jouse at 762 metres, something like that, and various others, Morlin and Long Hill. But I'm having to watch my footing too much at the moment, and I'm just hoping I'm not having to go up that. Let's just see. No, there are people on that path. That's us back up there and across the top. Blimey, nice and steady does it. Wet rocks and mud, and the absolute last thing I want to do right now is have a little slip or a trip or a twist. But yeah, quite the challenge. Thinking, oh, a bit of downhill. Maybe not. I'm finding those absolutely crippling at the moment. So quads, I guess, are just knackered. So there's a lesson to all you oldies. Don't skip on your strength and conditioning. Just about a mile from the checkpoint. So it definitely feels like we're on our way home, only 10 miles to go. And now you can see Sugarloaf in all its potentially savage beauty. So just jogging down that hill, 11 minutes something a mile. That's pretty much as easy as I ever run. And as I say, downhill, heart rate's ticking away at 170s, which is zone 4. My max heart rate's 182, so 170 is sprinting for the line and way past VO2 max. So I don't know quite what's going on there. Maybe I haven't drunk enough. I haven't drunk much. I haven't drunk. I've got 1.5 litres with me and I haven't used it all yet. But I will top it up at the aid station. It may be that I had a gel about a mile ago and that hit a sugar the body wants to get it round nice and quick, so it whacks up the heart rate. But it didn't feel like it, you know, the breathing wasn't where you'd expect it to be at 171, so don't quite know what's happening there. Either way, I'm walking up this little bit just to let it settle down, and next stop, aid station. If you're enjoying this video, getting some value out of it, and do feel free to give it a like, give it a thumbs up. It makes me happy and it helps YouTube share it with other runners. There we go, 5 hours 13, 19 miles, filled up my water bladder, got a little pack of Haribos, and we're now heading up. We walk up to the foot of Sugarloaf and then away round. I think I just saw a shadow, don't tell anybody. Once we get up to the top of this bit, we'll send a couple of miles, about 3k downhill, which I think is the longest downhill of the race. A couple of little uphilly bits as well, but for me, nice and steady. Don't ever strain the quads. Not the easiest of runnable bits. So just hit 21 miles. We're just coming down to the Kilmechanic Road crossing.
Hey! Crossing the zebra and over to the...
Thanks guys. Thank you. Thanks very much. So now we're on the steep down that brought us to a 6 mile point when we came out. I intend to walk all of it. Quads are very tired. Let's keep it going. So what we do now is we're on what we call the Belmont Way. We're going to go around the other side of Little Sugarloaf. So before we came round and down, we're going to go up and then round that way. 22 miles. And just up to 6 hours. Yeah, that's big Sugarloaf, and this is little. I hadn't remembered that to go around it. We're actually going to go up this bit. They do like giving us treats. I suppose the moral of this is, when you see a race that has UTMB points, take it seriously. Every step closer to the finish line. These 80kers are a different breed. How they've got any quads left, I have no idea. I think now we're coming down to the Kilbuttery estate again. So we just passed a little water station there. A little bit easy downhill running now to the road, I think. Then a steep up Bray, followed by down to the finish. Rapturous applause. Through those trees up the hill, and it doesn't look much, but I tell you, it's just enough. At this stage of the race, the difference in gradient between runnable and not runnable is very tight, up and down, as the quads and the hams get really tired. Thank you. I mean, who'd have thought this was the same day when we started off? But is it runnable? So no, this isn't really runnable for me. I've got the sun coming in here, which means I'm not getting a clear view of it. And as you can see, it's a little bit manky. With all this plothering going on, I'm now questioning whether 8 hours is feasible. It's going to be tight. 8 minutes to get down there, and I'm going this way. Six and a half minutes. Oh God, this is a long run up the beach. Oh. Ecotrail done. 8 hours, no minutes, 10 seconds, and it was lots of miles. I'm absolutely knackered. It was really hard work, so the awful lot of it wasn't runnable, but it was hard, you know, when you're grinding your way up some of those really steep bits, killing the quad. And then I got to the runnable bit when I had that kilometre to do in 7.5 minutes, which I know it doesn't sound fast, but the promenade just goes on forever. But no, really good, loved it. Type 2 fun, of course. Pleased with my performance, I managed it well. But no, extraordinary. Really good marshals. They had to stand out in some atrocious weather again this morning, but loads of them, really friendly. Yeah, great vibe. Well done, you two. Well done. And I'm now drinking a pint of alcohol-free. Oh. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you ever so much for watching. Couldn't do it without you. Take care and enjoy your running.
Well done,
Ta-da now.
guys. Brilliant running, well done.